Still in need of a burial place, Snefru proceeded to build a monument even more ambitious than the Maidum disaster. He set about building a pyramid more than twice its volume, and a monument that would far outshine anything the world had ever seen. Here, of course, the architects had the benefit of their experience. The Dashur pyramid was designed from the beginning as a true pyramid. Learning from the earlier failure, the masons used much larger casing stones. This made it possible to properly tie them into the masonry of the pyramid. They also inclined the blocks inward toward the center of the pyramid. This technique was so successful that the pyramid is the only one with most of its outer casing stones still in place today.
The great thing about Snefru was, he didn't give up after the Maidum disaster. He built this. When it was completed, it was the greatest room on the planet. It goes up 55 feet. 55 feet up, corbelled ceiling, the walls go in all the way up to the top. But there was a problem. The walls started to move under the tremendous weight of the pyramid above it. Down here are cedar beams, 4,000 years old. They had to be brought in when the walls started to move. There were problems here too. The walls started to crack, move inward, and to make sure that the entire thing didn't collapse, they brought in the beams to hold it up.
Originally, the Dashur pyramid was intended to be a true pyramid, but when the problem of the burial chamber developed, Snefru's architects decided to finish it by reducing the angle from 54 degrees to 43 degrees, which is why it's called the bent pyramid. This reduced the amount of stone needed to complete the pyramid and lessened the weight on the chambers inside. Despite this, the pyramid was still too dangerous for the burial of Snefru's mummy. Snefru had built the two largest buildings in the history of the world, and both were unusable. And he didn't give up. But now, time was running out for the aging pharaoh. He had to build a successful pyramid for his final resting place. The bent pyramid must have inspired a sense of pride among the Egyptians. Instead of abandoning the site as they had done in Maidum, Snefru built his last pyramid less than a mile away. When the sun hits it today, the pyramid appears red. All indications are that it was a total success. The burial chamber is stable, and it stands as the first true pyramid in history. From the disasters of the Maidum and bent pyramids, Snefru and his workers learned the art of pyramid building. At Maidum, they learned the necessity of binding the outer casing block securely into the mass of the pyramid, a lesson they carried out so successfully at the bent pyramid that the outer casing stone is still in good condition. At the bent pyramid, they discovered how to create large internal spaces with the use of corbelled ceilings. And they also learned the problems this can cause. It's from Snefru's pyramids that the ancient Egyptians developed the skills to cut, move, and fit large blocks of stone to build the pyramids of Maidum, Dashur, and eventually the greatest pyramids of all, at Giza. The great era of pyramid building lasted only as long as Snefru's family ruled. His son built the Great Pyramid. His grandson, the second largest pyramid ever built, just next door. After that, the drive and energy to build such astonishing monuments faded, and later pyramids were just a pale shadow of their former glory. Ancient Egyptians looked back at the time of Snefru as their golden age. "700 years after Snefru's death, the pharaohs of the 12th dynasty returned to Dashur to build their pyramids in the shadow of Snefru's monuments. The mud brick pyramid of Amenemhet III, now eroded and crumbled, resembles an anthill. They would never build a pyramid like this one again. When the Egyptians wanted to boast of something great, they would say, "Not since the time of Snefru has its like been seen."